Namaste, Taurus. These are literally backed by popular demand. I typically do my annual or yearly spread with what I call the hashtag creepy deck. So those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know what that is. I cannot find them. But I was asked, could I please do like a yearly spread? So I'm doing them by sign. And this is yours. So beginning with the Eight of Wands, you've been presented with many wonderful opportunities all at once. While this may feel very stressful, remember to be grateful for the blessings that heaven sends you. The Eight of Wands is a card of movement. Behind the scenes, typically, we can often feel like there's no movement happening at all because we don't know what the universe is doing. That we can't see. And if we're having faith that we're manifesting something, it involves believing in things that are seen and unseen. And so that would be the fact that there's movement. Also, this is about communication. It can involve things like mail and stuff like that, letters and emails and texts and packages, maybe even stuff that you yourself have ordered, maybe saying like, why isn't it here? Behind the scenes, the people at Amazon or whatever are working toward getting it to you. It definitely guides you to not try to force anything to happen in any area. Next card is in reverse. It's the Ace of Pentacles, though, so that's something nice to look forward to as well. And we'll just put it in there. I'm going to leave these cards on the side. I just wanted you to see them. And I will just be pulling from the back any card that is upright if we want to clarify something. For the actual reading, we're starting with Major Arcana card 3, the Empress, which most directly represents your sign as well as that of Libra and Gemini, and the planet Venus, your ruler. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. This could be tied to that Ace of Pentacles, so something ahead for you. It may involve some of your own work. You may have to put effort toward this thing. Threes are about being rewarded for work and also creativity. So those can be combined, like some work that requires some sort of creative outlet for you, whether you're an artist or a chef or whatever. You are putting something, or you're a business person, but you're putting energy into designing a proposal that's going to be a big hit and be abundant for you and maybe a group of others. Threes can be about collaboration too. And so this is a good time for you to be getting to that, or there would be a lot of that during the year 2021 for you, with this being your overall energy. And it can also be a time when there is literal birth. If it's not just giving birth to a project, an idea, or something, then it can definitely be about getting pregnant, like in a literal sense, or having a baby in a literal sense. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. This next card is also a 3, Major Arcana card 21. Something is going to come to a complete and end, cease to exist in the way that it does. The cycle has been completed. You've come full circle with something, and that's the end of it. Congratulations are on successfully accomplishing what you set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons that life offered you with grace and courage. So this is typically, for me, associated to something like involving the fire element, whether it is actually involving a person that is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It always feels like fire to me, this card, and in a very karmic sense, like it's Jupiter who's working behind the scenes to help something to come to an end, maybe karmic completion. Jupiter rules karma and luck. Or perhaps it's Mars, the red planet, that is, coming through to help you to take action in some area. Mars is the planet of action and aggression, so like pursuing something. And so that may be what drives this, but it's about the universe easing you out of some sort of situation, circumstance, relationship, whatever the case may be, and into one for which you're better suited now, moving forward. And it could be something for which you've prayed, with Major Arcana card 17, the Star, also upright. This card most directly represents the sign of Aquarius. So an Aquarius, an Aquarian can be particularly significant to you, or this might be about, the age or time or energy of Aquarius into which we are moving right now. You're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. And of course, the month of January is the month of the sign of Aquarius, January into February. It ends on February 18th. February 19th, Pisces starts. So that could be tied to it too. And this is an 8. 8s are about karma. Major Arcana card 7, the Chariot, also upright. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. This can have to do with modes of transportation, planes, trains, automobiles, maybe getting a new car in the new year or something. It's about movement, travel. It can be about moving, so maybe a new home, or success. It's a major card of victory, and most directly correlates to the sign of Cancer. And the next card is in reverse. It's another world. So I'd say the energy of the world is going to be significant for you guys for sure. Just throwing the ones that we looked at just back in the deck arbitrarily, and then I will shuffle again. Chariot again. So that energy also, it would seem particularly significant to you. Some sort of win, success, or movement forward. Maybe a second chance or opportunity at something. The strength to see it through, to face any and everything that comes your way. Another star here. Wishes being granted, prayers being answered, dreams coming true. Brings us to Major Arcana card 0, the Dreamer, which is actually the Fool in the traditional tarot. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, that leads to unexpected opportunities. In this deck in particular, this card has always felt like Mercury to me. And I know I just said one felt like fire, now this one feels like Mercury. Yes, it does, and I can't explain what that means. But it therefore also correlates to the signs of Gemini and Virgo for me. And it is like, again, like I said, it is the Fool. So it's all about taking a leap of faith. You got some sort of gut feeling about something. You're receiving guidance towards something. You feel it in your heart. You feel it in your soul. Don't be afraid about, the risk and all that. Just jump at it. Like, have some confidence in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in the universe. Believe in God. If that is something in which you believe, and go for it. So I'm going to do 2 cards for each month. With the first one being general and the second one being love. So those are general energies, January through December. And then now I'm going back around with one for love. And like I said, if we need to clarify anything, I have the remainder of the 2 decks that I'm using here, which are the Angel and the Animal Tarot. Here we go, January, Taurus. So this is a major period of manifestation for you, just walking into the new year, a powerful being, able to, again, face any and everything that comes your way, and to bring into your life or to reject, from your life, whatever it is you want. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them, and life is magical. So the Magician may involve a Gemini, and strength may involve a Leo, but more importantly, strength is about, it's a positive card in any and every area of your life. So it's good in the area of work and finance, love and relationship, general energy, and it's really about being able to handle everything that comes at you. And in love relationships, the ability to support, right? You're strong enough to support the relationship and one another, and it's mutual, and there's reciprocity there, and it's just a really positive card. It is an 11 and therefore a 2, which very much about partnership. And again, the Magician manifesting the type of relationship that it is you want, perhaps. since that is the card for a love and relationship for you. February, the Tower and the Empress. So with the Tower and the Empress, the Tower is your general energy. This can be about a major like revelation or something that like astonishes you. It's a shock. It's unexpected, which pregnancy certainly can be. That's one thing. It can also be about just having like a major revelation, an idea like, okay, like I see things, clearly now. I know what to do now. It can have to do with an actual tower, like a home, a structure. So maybe something going on with a home or family. Again, a new addition to the home, perhaps. Even getting a pet could be possibly included in that. But of course, again, the Empress this is your overall energy too. So very strong energy showing up here for you of abundance or perhaps a bundle. And somebody could be learning that they're pregnant for sure, giving birth, and giving this a surprise. It's a change of life baby, or maybe it is like an adoption, or like a foster agreement becoming official and getting a child that way. Or again, even if it's a pet, those are possibilities. It's a good time to try to become pregnant in a literal sense, if that's what you're wanting to do. Alternatively, something could be going on with somebody's mother. So we will pull an extra card for this one. I'll do it now. So again, I'm going to take it from this deck. I'm sorry. I'm going to take it from this deck. And I'm only going to pull upright cards. So this had been in reverse. I'm just turning it upright. And from now on, we'll hold it like this. And we'll only pull cards that are upright while this is upright. So that would be this one is the card to clarify that. And it's something involving a partnership. So again, two people could definitely be bringing an addition into their life, whether by way of a baby or some other sort of partnership, going into business with another party, or entering some sort of collaboration. This is positive though, okay? You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. So whatever it is, it's a good thing. The Tower is not always a bad card, at least not in my readings. March. Very nice. The Sun and the Hermit. So for some, again, this can be literal. Somebody may have given birth in February, and it is not only a healthy child, but a male one. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success if you have confidence in yourself. But your general energy is Major Arcana card 9, the Hermit. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. So this is about going within. This is about seeking some sort of clarity, helping others to become enlightened, possibly by sharing some sort of information with them that is going to give them clarity. And in terms of work, this is you being very focused in terms of spirituality. You may be considering some sort of change to your spirituality and or religious beliefs if you have any. Maybe you're going to develop some if you don't have any, or again, take on spirituality if you're an atheist. And it can mean all of those sorts of things. Just wanting to learn more about yourself and who you are and to become that person. It's a shift. And in love, the Hermit is about rekindling a relationship from the past. It most directly represents the sign of Virgo, your fellow earth sign, Virgo. So the Sun most directly represents the sign of Sagittarius in the tarot, and it is about what it says. Again, happy outcome, things working out well. But specific to love, it can be about a break that's needed. So you guys may need a break together, and maybe you're going to do some traveling, go on a vacation somewhere where there's a sunny, a warm climate. Or in some cases, you may want to take a break from each other, especially with the Hermit sitting here. You, Taurus, probably is the one who feels like they need some time to, think something through or figure something out, or again, get some clarity, maybe a greater understanding of their self. And so there may be a break that comes up in a relationship, whatever that means for you. I mean, a break can be like, listen, today I'm going to stay at my own apartment instead of yours, just for today. I'll be back. It can be that. If you need space, you should take it. April, where some of you may be having a birthday, right? My grandmother was a Taurus. Her birthday was the 30th. And it is another strength card for you. So more of this Leo energy, but again, more importantly, the ability to face any and everything that comes your way and to not only face it, but handle it, True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. So maybe something goes on in a relationship, and that's what you need to think about, figure out, and then there's going to be some apologies and some forgiveness. That's possible too. You have tremendous personal power and courage. So again, whatever it is, you can face it, and or something, or some, and perhaps having to do with someone specifically, maybe even more specifically in Aquarius, could also be going on. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. Maybe, for example, it is an Aquarius that returns to your life, in terms of the Hermit. And that's why you need a break from your current situation or relationship or whatever to think about, what do I want to do? Do I want this or not? I've been praying for it. I've been wishing for it. I've been dreaming about it. And now it's here. Now what am I going to do? It can be something like that. And, but keeping in mind the star is about those very positive things. So this is not a negative energy. This is dreams and hopes and, wishes and goals being fulfilled. Also communication. The rest of you celebrating your birthday in May, right? So this is another birthday month. Whoa, 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 whoa. Both of these cards represent you. Both of these cards represent Taurus. How special is that for them to turn up for the birthday month of May? This is the Hierophant, and this is, again, the Empress. So this is your second Empress. Second Empress. Yes, because it had been an overall energy, and I put it inside the deck before I shuffled, right? You have the Empress right here, too. This can be a whole family situation. The Hierophant is a card of commitment and contracts. It can even be marriage, potentially. And, again, here's the baby. Or maybe, again, you're entering some sort of business contract. You're giving birth to, a new career path, or to your own business, or, higher pay, or your art becoming your work. Surrounding yourself with people, places, and things that better match your vibration as a person, or are higher than your own, from whom you can learn something. This can have to do with that too. They're both very spiritual cards too. And the Empress is a very attractive energy, often a female or feminine energy, in a very literal sense. Attractive in all she does. Those people that they get the job, they get the boyfriend or the girlfriend, it's just like they're attractive in so many ways. Their energy draws people, even if you don't find them necessarily physically attractive. Their energy is attractive, and it pulls people in, and everything seems to go their way, because that's the energy of the Empress. So this is a very heightened opportunity, again, for you to manifest. And I love the way it fell right here below the Magician, with which we started. June. Emperor. With the Emperor following the Empress. That's why I paused for a second. Very interesting. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role. So this could have something to do with one's father, or oneself as a father, or a married man, or, usually it's a married man or masculine energy for me. Man with children, a divorcee, a widower. This can be something going on with your own father, maybe having healed a relationship with them. We have yet another star for you guys too. You're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. So I like this thought of joy coming home. Again, it can be a bundle of joy that's coming home. Maybe it didn't get to come home from the hospital in May, but it's coming home in June. And so that's when you're really going to feel like a father. That's one aspect. And so this is something you've prayed for. Please let my baby be okay. Okay, yes, it is okay. It's fine. It's coming home. Or I feel somebody healing a relationship with their own father. Maybe with their parents, but definitely with their father here. I'm not sure what kind of difficulty they had been in. In that case, maybe you're the son that it shows up here. It's tied to this hermit. Maybe that's what this was about, going within and needing to figure out whether or not you wanted to approach this relationship. Somebody could be discovering who their father is around this time. Somebody that doesn't know their father, hasn't met their father. And that could be a dream of yours, something that you hope for, wish for, and it's finally coming. Aside from that, in a more general sense, I mean, those are all intuitive things that are coming to me, but the emperor for me often is tied to like government offices, large corporations. So this could be, a positive outcome connected to something like that, dealing with, I don't know, the DMV or some sort of the IRS, or a job, and maybe getting a promotion, maybe being made a manager or a supervisor, a boss in some way. Emperor is a card of leadership, authority. July. Whoa. You guys are having a really awesome year. If my cards have everything to say about it. So your general energy is Major Arcana card 10, the Wheel, which most directly connects to the planet Jupiter, ruler of the sign of Sagittarius, but is also tied to the fixed signs. So that would be Leo, like July. Aquarius, again, because you got all these stars and stuff. That's Aquarius energy. Taurus, your own sign. And Scorpio. Scorpio, which is your mirror, right? I believe your mirror axis, opposite sign. And then for your love and relationship, you have Major Arcana card 6, the Lovers, in that exact placement. How awesome is that? True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. That kind of is self-explanatory. So I'm going to move on to August. And August is something in a general sense coming full circle, coming to completion. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, and the path toward enlightenment. And again, this feels like fire to me. It could be tied to more Leo energy. It falls here now under Major Arcana card Strength, which represents the sign of Leo. And it falls into a period which is potentially still, the sun will be in Leo. The sun, which rules the sign of Leo, will still be in Leo. So something coming to an end there. And giving rise to, again, an opportunity for you to replace it with whatever it is you want with this manifestation opportunity. So this is going to be about really keeping your eyes on the prize during the month of August and holding on to your focused intentions and you maintaining your faith that you can actually bring these things to bear. There's magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. So while the world is fire for me, I haven't attributed to any one sign. The Magician most directly represents the sign of Gemini. September. Whoa. Okay, now this one's in a general sense and in the general placement, but it's more Lovers. Major Arcana card 6. It's more Gemini, therefore, too. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. So since it's in the position of your general, it can have to do with some sort of decision that you're having to make. And it's like a heart versus head decision. So Geminis are all in our heads like all the time. Like everything has to make sense. So we're more logic based than emotional based. that's not the way to be with this. When the lover shows up and you have a decision to make, it really is important to instead search your heart, your soul, and go with that as to what your decision is. But you're being pulled in two different directions because, again, the heart one isn't necessarily logical. You ever did you see that movie? Oh, what's the movie? It was like the Black Notebook. Not really. That was the first thing I thought about. I think it's called The Letter or The Mail. I don't. What the hell was it? It was with Issa Rae, whatever the name was. The Letters, I think. Am I thinking The Letters because there was letters involved in the movie? It might have been the letters or the envelopes. I don't know. Forget it. But in that movie, the guy says to her, the love interest, he's moving away for work and he wanted her to come or whatever. And, she's like, that's not logical. And he's like, I don't want to be logical. I want to be with you. And that's what this is. Okay. That's what this card says. Like, don't be logical. Do what's in your heart to do. Ultimately, she went and connected with him anyway. Followed him. So now you have the Chariot in your position of love and relationship. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition that you're receiving. So the Chariot most directly ties to the sign of Cancer, and it is a major card of victory. It's a card of movement, as I mentioned before, and moving. So that could be what's on somebody's mind. Maybe moving in with a lover or a mate. I got to decide, or following them to Europe like Issa Rae's character did. Should I not? Movement, travel. Should we get a car? Modes of transportation, all those things. It's a major card of victory. So if you're waiting for a decision to be handed down by somebody else, this is a yes in that regard. But specific to love and the traditional tarot meaning, this can be about either you or your love interest or both, like not being at the same speed. Like one or both, trying to force the relationship. It's going too fast or too hard or, to the next step, and the other person's not at that same speed. Maybe they're faster than you. You're not meeting up. And this is about the need to be clear about that and, and effective in your communication about where you're at with the relationship. October. So for your general energy, we have balance or temperance, which represents the sign of Sagittarius. By merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary idea, compromise with others, and collaborate to discover a better solution. So this can be tied to the decision that you're needing to make here, because this is about coming to some sort of resolution with people of differing viewpoints or opinions, despite those differing viewpoints or opinions, and still being able to work it out. It's also a card for me of restoration and recovery. So where something was lacking or missing, lost, stolen from you, it is replaced with equal or better as you had before. Maybe sometimes it's replaced with the same exact item, and it can literally be about us finding something that was missing. Temperance most directly represents the sign of Sagittarius, but for me, also Aquarius in my readings. And so again, it can be about resolving whatever this issue was. If there were differences here and we weren't on the same page, this can be about us getting on the same page. And you have justice. Fair decisions will be made after all of the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. So justice in the position of love isn't one of the most romantic or awesome necessarily. It can definitely be about, particularly in the case of long-term relationships, considering ending one. Some of you may be applying for divorce. That could be what the amicable decision is. Maybe we negotiated, and so that we can divide our property and things amicably. I don't see these two cards together being anything negative, temperance and justice. So even if it is, like I said, an interrelationship, because justice happens to fall in the position of love and relationship, it would still be in a positive sense. November, your general energy is Major Arcana card 4, the Emperor. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So this too, again, can have to do with court, a government agency, a large corporation. So it might be tied to whatever this justice and temperance is. And or this is specifically a father, a male or masculine energy who has separated himself or divorced himself from a situation or a person and is starting a new chapter, path, one that he will lead, right? He's in control of his life, in control of his own destiny. Or if it's tied to Major Arcana card 0, the Dreamer, this can be about the two of you starting two people or more if you're into some sort of poly, which is fine with me, starting on a new path. You're starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. And again, this can also be tied to moving in together, having a baby. All those things would be a new path. So, we start back here and now we've made it up to November. We're finally, getting the keys to our new place and moving in. And I will lead this household. It can be that sort of thing. And last but not least, you guys have had a wonderful year so far. Let's hope we keep up with that. December. Renewal or Judgment is your general card. This could be, again, some sort of legal judgment. The decision being handed down. Something is official. Or for me, judgment is about abundance that's earned. So it's a really positive card. Like you've done the work, whether it is by labor, somehow on this plane or in a spiritual sense, you've done the work and the universe or God is promoting you now. Either way, it's an awesome card. You kind of can't have one without the other, particularly in the case of the universe or God promoting you, because as above, so below. So they do that up there. It's going to manifest somehow down here in your life that you're going to be rewarded somehow. It's time to get clarity about your life purpose and to make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. So again, if you could be walking away amicably from some sort of situation or circumstance or relationship from which you had to divorce yourself, and that's okay. You're forgiving what has been without judgment. Like I'm not going to leave holding on, harboring anything from that. I'm done. I'm starting something new. This is also, again, a card of second chances, second time around. And in relationships, it can be a crossroad. And we've come to a place where we need to figure out, like, where do we go from here, if anywhere? And in some cases, to the moon, Alice, that's the answer. And in some cases, it's the end of the road, as, Boys to Men would say. And that's that. In your love and relationship, you have Major Arcana card 12, the Hanged Man. Look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. And the Hangman in love and relationship has to do with letting something go. Whether you're letting the relationship and, a specific person go, or you're letting the idea of a specific dynamic or type of relationship go, or you're letting the energy and energetic ties and soul ties, maybe you've done some cord cutting from a past relationship or experience or something like that, go. But something is, again, being severed. You're divorcing yourself from something, releasing something so that you can move forward with your life into a much better, as if this wasn't beautiful, to 2022 perhaps. Hope you guys have enjoyed your reading. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment, hit both the subscribe button and the bell button so hopefully you'll receive your notifications. I do try to answer every comment that I receive. Namaste, Taurus.